If your brain fog clears up for a while and then it comes right back, even when you're eating clean and you're taking your supplements, you're probably stuck in what I call the inflammatory loop. And until you can break that cycle, your body can't fully heal, no matter how good your habits look on paper. I'm Jennifer Franchak. I'm a functional nutritionist and an AIP certified coach. And in my practice, I work with women who are disciplined, intentional, and doing everything right. They eat clean, take the right supplements, stay active, but their focus, motivation, and energy still seem to disappear without warning. That's because brain fog isn't just about your brain. It's about the inflammation that travels between your gut, your immune system, and your nervous system in a continuous feedback loop. When one of those systems is inflamed, the others follow. And the result is that familiar, foggy, unfocused feeling that won't go away. Today, we're going to break down why this happens, what keeps that loop running, and what steps you can take to stop it for good. So here's what's actually happening inside of your body. When your gut becomes inflamed, maybe because of stress or food sensitivities or an imbalance in your gut bacteria, it releases chemical messengers called cytokines. And those cytokines travel through your bloodstream and directly influence your brain's immune cells. And these are called microglia. When the microglia become activated, they release their own inflammatory compounds, and these change how your brain cells communicate. This is what leads to slower thinking, poor focus, and that heavy, foggy sensation. Now, here's the kicker with all of this. Inflammation in the brain doesn't just stay there. It sends stress signals back down through the vagus nerve, which is your main communication line between your gut and your brain. This slows digestion, reduces blood flow to your intestines, and makes your gut lining more permeable, which is what we call leaky gut. Once this happens, bacterial toxins and food particles can slip into your bloodstream and trigger more cytokine release, which again makes its way to your brain. This cycle repeats. Gut inflammation leads to brain inflammation, and that leads back to more gut inflammation. That's why you can feel better for a few days and then suddenly crash again, because you may have calmed the surface inflammation, but the underlying loop is quietly running underneath the surface. Even when you cleaned up your diet or reduced obvious stressors, this inflammatory loop can still stay active. And there are three big reasons why this happens. The first reason is that you have unresolved gut dysbiosis. Your gut bacteria act almost like a neighborhood, and when the wrong species start to take over, they produce compounds called lipopolysaccharides, or LPS for short. And these are endotoxins that can slip through a compromised gut barrier and trigger an immune response throughout your entire body. Research shows that elevated LPS levels are directly linked with brain inflammation and symptoms like fatigue and mental fog. Your internal environment hasn't fully rebalanced yet. The second reason is low vagus nerve tone. Your vagus nerve is the physical connection between your gut and your brain. It helps to regulate digestion, inflammation, and mood. But when you're constantly under pressure, maybe you're managing deadlines, you're dealing with family situations, or even just low-level anxiety, your body stays in that fight or flight mode. That suppresses your vagus nerve activity, so your body can't switch into rest and digest. The result of this is slower digestion, poor nutrient absorption, and more inflammation signals that are stuck on repeat. It's one reason that stress, even good stress, can make your symptoms worse. The third reason is micronutrient depletion. Chronic inflammation burns through nutrients faster than your body can replace them, especially zinc, omega-3 fats, magnesium, and vitamin B12. These are the nutrients that you need to maintain your gut lining and your blood-brain barrier and your neurotransmitters. When you're low on these, those protective barriers weaken and inflammation moves freely between your gut and your brain, and we don't want that. When all of these things are happening at once, the dysbiosis, the stress, and the nutrient depletion, your body can't find the off switch. The inflammation loop keeps running in the background, no matter how healthy you're trying to be. Now, if this sounds like you, maybe your brain fog clears up and then it comes back, then it's time to start with your gut. That's exactly what I guide you through in the Leaky Gut Clean Start. It's a 28-day foundational program that will help you to start calming inflammation, restoring balance, and rebuild a stronger gut lining. You'll get simple, nourishing meal plans and grocery lists and short video lessons that I created to really help you understand how to do each step. You're also going to get weekly habit goals that will help you to build a solid foundation and not feel overwhelmed in the process. Click on the link in the description box below and you can get started with this today. So in order to break this inflammatory loop, You need to interrupt the cycle at every level, not just one. And here's how we do that. The first step is to remove the signal. And that means we need to identify what's still provoking your immune system, whether that's a food trigger or an unresolved infection or a constant stress response, maybe all three. You can't heal in the same environment that's keeping you inflamed. The second step is to repair your gut barrier. Your gut and your brain are both protected by barrier systems, like tight junctions in the gut lining and the blood-brain barrier. These rely on nutrients like L-glutamine and zinc carnosine and collagen and omega-3 fats to stay strong. And when you restore these nutrients, those barriers seal up and your brain finally gets a break from all of that inflammatory noise. The final step is to reconnect the circuit. This is about restoring communication through your vagus nerve. And you can do this by deep breathing, gentle movement, humming, or even cold exposure. These can all reactivate that nerve and signal safety to your body. And when your body feels safe, inflammation turns off, digestion improves, and clarity returns. When these three steps work together, you can create a new feedback loop, and this will be one that promotes healing instead of inflammation. Your gut communicates safety, and your brain responds with focus and calm, and your immune system finally relaxes. I'd love to know which part of this loop feels like your biggest challenge right now. I want you to type gut, stress, or nutrients in the comments below. I read every single one, and it helps me create videos that speak directly to what you're working through right now. Breaking the inflammation loop isn't about chasing perfection. It's about understanding your body's signals and responding with intention. When your gut and brain start working together again, your energy feels steady and your mind feels sharp, and you finally stop living in survival mode. The more you understand these patterns, the easier it becomes to prevent flare-ups instead of reacting to them. In the next video, we're going to talk about how you can take back control of your energy, brain function, and your immune health. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you don't miss it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.